talking to the media.
Hey, Coach. Tough loss there. I want to ask you, how concerned, you mentioned early pregame that only a portion of your offense was installed. How concerned are you with this fourth quarter inability to get off good shots? And will you install the rest of your offense, kind of correct this issue? What's your thoughts on that?
Make the play and move the basketball.
That simple?
Yeah, like we've been doing the whole 42 minutes before. Like, continue to keep making plays, but we got 28 assists. And then, we just got to keep moving the ball, keep driving, attacking the paint, not taking bad shots, and making plays like we've been doing.
But it looks a lot different there late in the game, Coach.
Okay.
Hey, okay. Look forward to an improvement.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it, too.
We'll go over to Andrew Gray.
Hey, Ty, with Kawhi, was this something that was bothering him coming out of Milwaukee, or was it pretty sudden?
It happened in the Milwaukee game.
Okay. So he tried to test it out tonight and just wasn't able to do it?
Yes, sir.
Is there any prognosis right now about Washington for Thursday?
Not yet. We haven't got an answer on whether he's going to be able to go on Thursday or not.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Go to Miriam.
Hey, Ty, how nice is it to have a guy like Reggie you can call on? He said he found out just like right before the game, came in and had a season high and,
Yeah, it was good. Just always being ready. Came in and did a good job for us. Pushed the pace, scored the basketball, got into the paint, made some big threes for us. And we played well. And actually we had to come and get him out of the tunnel after the national anthem and let him know he was starting.
So what's that guy's reaction when you tell him like that?
No, he said, okay, I'm ready to go.
Cool. How's Marcus? Any update on him?
Concussion.
Concussion? Okay.
Yes,
So.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Thanks. We go to Tomer.
Hey, Ty. Just wanted to get your thoughts on PG has, usually been a really good shooter on catch and shoots out of bounds plays, but I guess, did you like the shots today and overall down the stretch? Did you feel like they were rushed? Did you feel like they were good looks from your angle anyways?
I felt like they were rushed. When we would draw ATO, we got three options out of that play to get, if he doesn't have shot, then we got two other options on the backside. And we never got to that, but I got to just, see the tape and see if it was, rushed like you said or not. But it's not just the only action. When he comes off, we have two other options as well.
So on the other actions that you have there, how often, I guess, do you emphasize not just looking for the first option on that play, especially when PG's had it going the rest of the game?
I'm not going to get into it, Tomer. We just didn't execute it. And like I said, we missed some shots down the stretch. And when they were rushed or not, I got to see it.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, we heard Coach say there that they're not sure the status of Kawhi Leonard. Hurt the back in the Milwaukee game. Obviously, re-aggravated it before tonight's game. Question mark against the Wizards. They thumped them recently.
Marcus Morris going to play or not? That's another question. Last game before the break, it would be nice for this Clipper team to rally, get the contributions they got from the role players, and beat this Wizards team and feel good about getting to the break.
Yeah, and Bradley Beal leads the NBA in scoring, so we don't know how much firepower the Clippers will have, but they're going to need everybody to step up.
Absolutely.
In that one. So thanks so much for joining us tonight. The Clippers hope to avoid losing 3 in a row. We will see you on Thursday. Last game before the All-Star break. Thanks for hanging with us. Clippers fall tonight, 117-112.
Hey, Reggie, it seemed like even though you guys got some decent looks there late in the game, a few of them may have been rushed. Or just, do you feel like maybe you guys just need to? I know PG and Kawhi talked about not settling for the first shot down the stretch and maybe moving it around a little bit more and getting better shots. Do you feel like that's something you guys needed to do tonight, especially?
I think it'll be something that we continue to get better at. But as long as we feel like we got the ball in the right guys' hands, they're going to do their best job night in and night out to make the right decisions for us. A lot of times, we trust them all the time, and a lot of times they find a way to pull it out for us to make big, tough shots. So that's the players that we're accustomed to having. They've been doing it for a long time in their career. So, like I said, we trust their decision every time. But, I think just throughout the season, we're going to continue to get better at finding comfortability in which shots that, necessarily we want down the stretch and when there's times to move it and how to attack defenses. But, mostly putting the ball in Kawhi, Paul, and Lue's hands, we trust them to make the decisions down the stretch for us.
Thanks, Reggie. Clippers fall to none for 47 minutes, but the Clippers ended up falling late, but some excellent ball movement in that third quarter. Very pretty basketball. Pat Bev taking it to the rack, then kicks outside to Reggie Jackson, who was huge in this game, but so were the Celtics stars. By the way, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, newly named to the three-point shootout and showing off those skills from long range. That was Tatum. From the corner, PG, late in this one, knocking down the three, but the Clippers just didn't have enough in the end to pull out the victory. Christina Pink, Don McLean, inside the Prime Ticket Studios in downtown Los Angeles.
Game tonight.
Hey, one thing we know is when the Clippers and Celtics meet, it always comes down to the wire, but the Clippers just didn't have enough and shorthanded in this one.
Yeah, but a great effort and a great approach. It's hard. We talked about it at halftime, losing, one of your superstar players right before the game. It changes kind of roles for everybody, but I thought guys stepped up in their roles tonight, made it a game for most of the night. Unfortunately, just couldn't make shots at the end.
Yeah, you lose your leading scorer and all-star in Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson gets his 15th start of the season, but this one on very short notice. He stepped up big time with 25 points, Don.
Can't say enough about what Reggie's done this year. He was out of the rotation at one point. He's come off the bench. He started 15 games, like you mentioned, and he played really well tonight. We talked about this at halftime, that they needed his production. He has done whatever this Clipper team has needed in his role this season. And without Kawhi in there, you knew he needed to score. And he did, 25 points, season high. But the Clippers played well most of the night, moving the ball offensively. I really liked what they did. Again, just didn't have enough at the end, but Reggie was big time tonight. Yeah,
and Reggie's talked about staying mentally ready for the team without having guys in the lineup. And you see him knocking down the three here. He had 5 of 6 from 3, 25 points, and not to mention, he also had 7 dimes.
Yeah, again, he does whatever's asked of him. He knew he was going to get a big chunk of minutes tonight and took advantage of it. Played really well.
Yeah, the Clippers, of course, again, falling to Boston, but getting big nights from Reggie and also Paul George, who had 32 points, but kind of ran out of some steam there late in the game.
Yeah, they ran a couple plays for him late, and he was defended pretty well, didn't make them, but 32, you expect that from him. You expect Paul George without Kawhi to get his 32. And especially when he doesn't have Kawhi, the other team can load up on him. And I thought he did a good job of getting himself open, getting the spots. And, he had 26 FGAs, but without Kawhi in there, you knew that was going to happen too. But overall, this Clipper team played really well. Just not enough at the end. Give the Celtics credit. They got stops when they needed them.
Yeah, and that was your CarMax highlight of the game. Now, for your CarMax Call Your Shot, we talked about Kemba Walker kind of finding his form late in the last stretch of games for Boston. He finished with 25 tonight, but this was the CarMax Call Your Shot. He had 24 in the last meeting. The Clippers would hold him to under 24.
When Corey's not here, I can't get him right. He had 25. I was close. But he played well, Kemba. I thought the Clippers did a pretty good job on him. He wasn't that efficient, but he still got his 25.
Yeah, and Kemba missed the first 11 games of the season for Boston, but stepped up big over the last 4 or 5 games, played extremely well for them tonight, and the C's get the W. They have been kind of inconsistent this season. The Clippers now losing 2 in a row.
What I like about this Celtics team is when you have Walker, Tatum, and Brown that can all get their own, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And some nights it's going to be Tatum leads them, sometimes Brown. But then Kemba Walker steps up tonight and leads them in scoring.
Yeah, you never know who it's going to be. That was the guy who stepped up for them. We talk a little bit more about who stepped up for the Clippers in this loss tonight. Coming up after the break, they lose Marcus Morris in this one. But PG, obviously Reggie, different guys stepping up, and we break it all down next. Clippers Live is presented by Nissan. Choose Nissan today. For great offers on our most exciting lineup ever, shop NissanUSA.com.